Sat Sri Akal, myself Professor Dr. S.K. Kotwal, Khalsa College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Amritsar. I will be delivering a talk on the role of veterinary science in modern society. Frequently, questions are asked about the veterinarians, the veterinary science, its scope, its prospects and opportunities, evolutionary phases, differing perceptions about veterinary science, then veterinary profession in India, what is its role in the modern society. I will be discussing about these aspects in my lecture. A veterinary physician called a vet is a professional who practices veterinary medicine by treating diseases and disorders and injury in non-human animals. Word veterinary is derived from Latin word veterinary, meaning working animals. It was a Roman philosopher, Columella, who was expert in animal care and diseases, who coined the word veterinarian for a person taking care of animals. And the term veterinarian was first used in print by Thomas Brown in 1646. Unlike in human medicine, veterinarians depend primarily on clinical science, as animals like human infants lack communication skill. Veterinarians combines owner's description of medical history, makes observations, and is aided by results of various diagnostic tests such as radiography, CT scans, MRI, blood tests, urine analysis, etc. in treating animals. This requires an effective communication with farmers or owners, which is often difficult because the background of the farmer or his colloquial language or dialect he is using and education status makes this communication difficult. However, the veterinarian's attitude towards both animal and its owner enables application of professional skill and knowledge for animal welfare and thus contributing to food production and security. Skill, knowledge and attitude are important attributes of any human resource and who may be a veterinary college teacher or other veterinarians. It was Claude Bourgelat who established first veterinary college at Lyon in France in 1762, as at that time devastating cattle plagues were killing large-scale livestock and thus causing great economic losses to the farmers. As a result, the first veterinary college was established. Veterinary science came into existence because of increased dependence of man upon several species of non-human animals, which are used primarily for work to provide food and protection and as travel means and even during the wars. Some veterinarians who are working in clinical settings, they treat the animals directly, or they may specialize in a specific group of animals such as companion animals or pet animals, livestock, zoo animals, equines, or they may specialize in narrow medical disciplines such as surgery, medicine, therogynecology, which means gynecology, veterinary public health or others. Like many sciences, veterinary science also has a evolutionary past, which can be grouped into following phases such as healing magic phase. At this time, the diseases were supposed to be caused by supernatural phenomena and accordingly the treatment was done by some magical powers or some healing magical powers or similar things. Then came the phase of comparative medicine and local action. At this time, it was around 3000 BC to 200 BC. At this time, there was no dividing line between veterinary medical practitioner and a human medical practitioner, as both working together in both the fields. Then came the field of equine medicine and military medicine. This phase lasted from 200 AD to 1762. During this period, lot of stress was on equine medicine or military medicine because equines were used mostly for war purposes. Then came veterinary sanitary police 1762 to 1883. During this phase, the sanitary laws were enforced by using police-like actions. This phase coincided with the great sanitary awakening which was happening at that time in Europe. Then another phase was the campaigns or mass action phase 1883 to 1996. During this phase, major disease epidemics were tackled such as rinderpest, FMD or like diseases. Then came the surveillance and targeted actions which is continuing till date. There are differing perceptions about the veterinary science. Some define it as a field concerned with the health and disease among non-human animals, which indicates its professional direction and immediate relations. Some equate it with pathological zoology, which suggests more clearly about its overall scientific dimensions. Some call it a comparative medicine, which directs attention to its unique aspects with obvious reference to human medicine. Some state that it is a branch of agriculture that takes note of its historical relationship because agriculture and animal husbandry have been commonly clubbed together. But it is clear that none has taken its holistic view. Even some members of veterinary profession pursue their field as seen through the compound eye of an insect. But overview is that it is a multi-purpose science and has impacts resulting in animal health benefits, human health benefits, socioeconomic benefits, and potential benefits in many other areas. This is the perception about veterinary science. It can be compared to an elephant being encountered by blind men, each as having his own perception. In practice, human and veterinary medicines, they constitute two complementary components of general medicine. Comparative medicine is a part of general medicine which is basic to understanding of diseases of animals including Homo sapiens. Thus, general medicine and zoology are related. Veterinary and human medicine share interest in zoonosis, disease management, epidemiology, infectious and non-infectious diseases, and environment and environmentally induced diseases. Zoology and its animal and medical components can be explained by this diagram where entire zoology is considered to be a log of wood and its parts are general medicine. General medicine is further divided into human medicine as well as veterinary medicine. The veterinary medicine takes a large chunk of this log that it has to take care of a variety of animals except human beings, whereas human medicine treats human beings only. So a good veterinarian requires a basic knowledge of biology which should be much wider than is customary for physician to have as per ordinance Bayes. Such man-animal interactions have shaped the human destiny since time immemorial. 19th and early 20th century witnessed increasing interest linking human and veterinary medicine when it was discovered that disease processes were similar in both animals and humans. And this led to the famous veterinarian Rudolf Virchow, who is also known as the father of pathology. He quoted, to quote his lines, "Between animal and human medicine, there is no dividing line, nor should there be. The object is different, but the experience obtained constitutes the basis of all medicine. These all aspects, human and veterinary interactions, led to One Health approach, as modern day health problems cannot be solved by one single discipline. This requires multiple disciplinary approach and targeting with an aim to improve the health of man. Some past contributions made by veterinarians are Maurice Nicole and Odile Mustafa. They demonstrated rinderpest agent of the devastating cattle plagues. Then Frederick Loeffler and Paul Frost, they were first to detect the first animal virus, that is foot and mouth disease virus. They also discovered mycoplasma. Wilhelm Ellerman and Olaf Bank isolated first virus of avian leukosis. Team of Colmet, who was an immunologist, and Guerin, a veterinarian, that resulted in the development of BCG vaccine, Bacillus Colmet-Guerin vaccine. They also discovered the inactivated bactericines and also worked on slow viruses. Daniel Elmer Solomon, he eliminated bovine pleuropneumonia from USA. This was the first regional disease eradication, and it was done several years before the identification of agent by Knockaert and Raux. Late 19th and early 20th century, during the microwave revolution, fruitful veterinary and physician contributions were made. Leading physicians from Jenner to Koch to Virchow to Raux and Loeffler, they studied spontaneously occurring diseases of animals to acquire medical knowledge applicable to man. Theobald Smith emphasized that more could be learned about typhoid by studying paratyphoid, that is salmonellosis, in animals rather than by studying animals inoculated with human typhoid bacilli. Casimir Devine, Frederick Brawl, they worked on anthrax bacilli. This is a very devastating cattle disease. They demonstrated anthrax bacilli in cattle blood. Frederick Brawl described anthrax bacilli in human blood, and he was able to transmit infection from man to sheep. Thus, they established the zoonotic nature of the anthrax bacilli using such cooperation. Overall, the final objective of veterinary medicine does not lie in animal species that veterinarian commonly treats. It lies in man and above all humanity, as per Martinez Bayes. Outcome of such cooperation between animal and human medicine has benefited society in general. Now, something about the veterinary profession in India. It is one of the oldest professions. It has got references from Mohenjo-daro and Harappan civilization to Rig Vedic era, where references are about the domestication of animals. References about the veterinary medicine are also existing in Atharvaveda 1500 to 500 BC, about the treatment and management of equines, elephant management and healthcare, etc. Salihotra 2350 BC is considered first veterinarian of the world. He compiled about 12,000 Sanskrit slokas pertaining horses, cattle, elephants. The Nakal and Sahdev, the legendary Pandavas, were expert in equine and cattle diseases and management. Paul Capua, 1800 BC, he compiled his work on elephant diseases and management. World's first veterinary hospital was established in Ashoka's time. Human and animal hospitals existed side by side. Medicines and herbs were supplied to both human and animal hospitals. Hospitals had well-defined wards treating patients indoor. During the subsequent years, large-scale epidemics in animals and consequent economic losses led to establishment of veterinary science in India. It was in 1862 the first training school was established in Pune. In 1882, the first veterinary college was established at Lahore in undivided India. This was followed by other colleges such as Bombay in 1884, Bengal 1893, Madras in 1902, and Bihar in 1930. At the time of independence, there were 9 veterinary colleges in India, and now their number has gone several fold more. Veterinary science, the broader areas of activities. The main functions of veterinary science are animal health management, animal production, and human health related activities. The impacts of first two are direct and visible, while the impact of the third one, that is human health related activities, is indirect and invisible. The broader areas of activities can be grouped under animal related functions such as health related problems of animals, diagnosis, surveillance and consultation on control of animal diseases including zoonotic diseases, then liaison with other agencies, investigation of hazards related to animal bites, toxic and venomous and other objectionable animals, then health related aspects of lab animals, their breeding, feeding and management, which can no longer be left at the mercy of lab technicians only, that requires scientific breeding, feeding and management technologies. Comparative studies on infectious and non-infectious diseases including environmentally induced ones, then sharing of or interchange of research information between veterinary and human medicine. Then another aspect is biomedical function. Under this, epidemiology, that is study of diseases in population, then nutrition, not only of animals but also of human beings, health laboratory services, general environmental health and radiological health and environmental physiology, protection of all foods, production and control of biological products, drug evaluation and control. They all come under the biomedical functions being carried out by veterinary scientists. Further generalist function, veterinarians possess background that qualifies them to serve as administrators, planners and coordinators. Professor Peter Doherty from the University of Melbourne, Department of Microbiology and Immunology, was the first person to be awarded with the Nobel Prize in immunology field. Then scope and justification of veterinary participation in various activities. Veterinary graduates have sound foundation of theoretical and practical knowledge, understanding and skills, enabling them to take futuristic challenges of 21st century. It is because while preparing a veterinary science graduates, like medical profession, it is also divided into preclinical and clinical subjects, and only going through these 17 subjects, then he can obtain the graduation degree. It is a multidisciplinary science having multifarious roles. For example, field of zoonosis research. It has been said that key to their control lies with vets. For example, if we want to control rabies, first we have to control the rabies in animals, then only we can save the rabies in human beings. This is a ideal situation that led physicians and veterinarians to cross over the imaginary boundaries. As already told, the similar training to physicians, vets makes them most suitable person to perform duties in case of natural or other disasters. There is ever increasing demand for foods of animal origin, both in quantity and quality. And the supply of the animal protein, animal origin foods, both in quantity and quality, is a important field of veterinary science. man is suffering from protein calorie malnutrition like kwashiorkor and Maris-Vez, and these conditions could have been prevented if they were supplied with animal proteins. And those who do not suffer from these protein calorie malnutrition must thank veterinarians for supplying wholesome meat and milk, that is animal protein. Early warning of environmentally induced conditions or impending dangers of diseases through early recognition of signs and symptoms of diseases. It has been said that first the diseases appear in animals and they are recognized by veterinarians much earlier before they attack human beings. Thus, they can forewarn the impending dangers of such diseases in human beings. The current biomedical research and other scientific developments have created a tremendous demand for laboratory animals, a role requiring special veterinarians. At present, many human diseases are being studied in animals in biomedical institutes such as cardiovascular diseases, chronic degenerative diseases, cancers, neuropathology, behavioral sciences, psychiatry, reproduction research, etc. Vets are contributing significantly in these human-oriented researches. Veterinarians are increasingly being engaged with advantage for research as most physicians are not willing to undertake research. They are mostly treating human in hospitals and research is being left over for veterinarians. Control of major economically important animal diseases have indirectly contributed towards human health, which is a veterinary science contribution. The contribution to recreation or education of people through zoos and wildlife parks, which are being maintained by veterinarians, is helping in shaping the behavior of people. Now, there are certain new horizons of veterinary science where veterinarians are doing their work in addition to their traditional roles. Newer areas of such activities are experimental medicine and surgery, pre-med biology, laboratory animal medicine, wildlife diseases, fish diseases and hygiene, comparative animal behavior and experimental psychology, biomedical engineering or biotechnology, then laboratory services, communicable disease control, environmental sanitation, etc. Now something about the career opportunities for veterinarians. Broadly, the career opportunities for veterinarians are grouped as per employment agencies into 5 categories: state, government, or central government sectors, local bodies, municipalities or panchayats, private sector, and self-employment in private practices. Status of manpower in animal husbandry sector. This is a report of the working group on animal husbandry and dairying submitted to 12th 5-year plan. The required veterinarians in India is 67,000, available are about 35,000, and gap is about 33,000. The gap requirement for veterinary scientists and teachers is 7,500, available are 3,050, and gap is of 4,500. Paravets and other staff required is 2,59,000, available is 52,000, and gap is about 2,07,000. So, state government is major employer of veterinarians in veterinary hospitals, managing organized state farms. They are working in semen banks, and they are also working in slaughterhouses, where they are managing the slaughterhouses, milk processing plants for supervising hygienic production of milk, collection and distribution of meat, milk, etc. is the major role of veterinarians for which they are trained. Then poultry farms, both layer farms, hatcheries, chick rearing units, they are employing veterinarians in state governments. As specialized services through polyclinics like surgery, special diagnosis and treatment, this is also being carried out by veterinarians. Disease investigation centers, where disease surveys and investigation work is being carried out by veterinarians at state level. And biological products or vaccine institutions, they are being handled or managed by veterinarians. Public health laboratories, investigation of zoonotic diseases, etc. is also being carried out by veterinarians. Recently, during this COVID-19 outbreak, one of the laboratories of Guru Angad Dev and Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, Ludhiana, has been recognized as a diagnostic lab by Indian Council of Medical Research, where the COVID-19 is being diagnosed. Then disease eradication schemes, managing checkposts or quarantine stations, vaccination, organizing vaccination camps, etc. are being carried out by veterinarians and the state run such institutes or checkposts. Central government sector, the army units such as remote veterinary corps, where they are required to train or manage equines, dogs, camels, etc. beside meat and milk supply or inspection. BSF or police also utilizes the services of veterinarians to manage horses, dogs, camels, etc. Indian Council of Agricultural Research, animal-based research programs are being coordinated and funded by veterinarians. Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Ministry of Agriculture, where administrative management and coordination of veterinary services are being carried out by veterinarians. Then quarantine units, these are international checkposts which prevent the entry of exotic diseases like bovine spongiform encephalopathy or avian influenza, etc. from entering into this country. These units are being managed by veterinarians. So at any stage, if veterinarians do not conduct meat inspection or like meat or milk inspection, the result is public health disaster. Central government farms, the duties are similar as in state-run farms or sperm stations. They are also being employed in academic research extension wings of veterinary colleges, in state agriculture universities or state veterinary universities, or in those universities which are having veterinary faculty. They are also manning para-veterinary staff training schools. Their services are utilized in germ-free or experimental animal facilities which are attached to veterinary and medical institutions. They are also working in drug research institutions, experimental animal units, preparing experimental animal models for biomedical research. They are also working in clinical, diagnostic and investigation centers which are attached to veterinary colleges and biomedical research institutes. Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, coming under Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, is also employing the services of veterinarians for safeguarding food supply, particularly of animal origin. At local bodies, municipalities and panchayat levels, they are managing slaughterhouses, cattle farms, or public health laboratories, zoo and wildlife centers, animal resource developments, under Panchayati Raj system. And private sector, the commercial dairy and poultry farms, breeding farms, hatcheries, kennels, etc. are being managed by veterinarians. Pharmaceutical and feed industry is utilizing the services of veterinarians. The stud farms or race clubs have employed veterinarians. Veterinary instrumentation or equipment industry, biological products and vaccine plants, they are also utilizing the veterinary services. Besides this, the banks, insurance sectors, or bodies like National Dairy Development Board, milk boards or milk unions, besides self-employment schemes, they are also utilizing the services of veterinarians. In private practice, they are offering consultancy services. They are also working with small and large animals or zoo animals, working as livestock entrepreneurship such as in sheep, goat, cattle and poultry farms, etc. They are also working, running or managing diagnostic laboratories like pathology laboratory or biochemistry or mycology labs. They are also providing the latest diagnostic facilities such as X-rays, ultrasound, etc. These are the traditional roles. Besides this, veterinarians are employed in areas other than traditional fields in India by Central Research Institute Kasoli, All India Institute of Medical Sciences, National Institute of Communicable Disease Delhi, Indian Integrative Medicine IIIM, National Institute of Virology Pune, PGI Chandigarh, Hindustan Antibiotic Rishikesh, pharmaceutical industries, besides in army, paramilitary forces. If we want to conclude that veterinarians possess sound qualification base to contribute to welfare of society through application of veterinary knowledge and skills. Over the years, veterinarians have contributed to improvement of human health through control of major livestock diseases. This collaboration between human and veterinary medicine as a tool has solved many public health problems. And to be a successful veterinarians active in field must continuously update knowledge and skills to address the issues and accept challenges. They must be aware that current problems of animal health, diseases and production can be solved through a collaborative approach requiring cooperation of other professions also. The veterinary professionals must be proactive. The profession has great potential, varied role and responsibilities and opportunities to engage in a wide range of employment fields that deliver animal or human welfare services to the benefit of animals and above all the society. Thank you.